Good morning. I am headed to breakfast in Hall. I haven't been for a few days, so I'm kind of excited to get a fresh hot breakfast. But I'm bringing my to-go cup so that I can take my tea on the go because it's usually way too hot to drink while I'm there. My go-to for breakfast is 2 sausages, 2 eggs, a croissant, and then depending on the type of eggs, I'll get a piece of toast because if they're too runny and they're just gonna explode, then I'll waste the egg if I don't have toast. I have a little bit of time until my lectures start for the day, so I'm gonna work on my economics tutorial sheet. I got most of it done a few days ago, but I'm gonna work on it a little more and hopefully finish it up so that I can turn it in tonight. The fire alarm just went off, but for 3 seconds, so I don't know if that means I need to leave or not. This happened before, where one of the people in the staircase who, not a student, but like a tutor, was cooking, and then we had to leave. So I'm hoping that everything's fine and that it's just like a false alarm. I just finished up that work for the Micro 2. I realized while I was doing it that the teacher actually wanted a little more than what was asked in the questions. Now I'm going to head off to my lectures. I'm gonna pack up my work so that I can go to a library afterwards without having to come back to college. I had to run back to my room and grab an umbrella because I feel like it might rain. But now I am about at my lectures and I have 3 lectures today. I just finished my lectures and now for lunch I'm headed to the covered market. I'm actually just walking into it right now and I'm gonna get a pasty. I got my pasty, it just has some meat and potatoes in it and it's pretty cheap and it's hearty and warm, so I'm gonna eat that and then go to the library. I'm deciding where to study right now. I could go to the rad camp, but it's usually always full and there's not a ton of seating. So I'm gonna head just into the Bodleian and see if there's maybe any space in the Duke Humphreys, which would be super cool. So I just checked my wallet for my bod card to be able to get into the library, and I realized I don't have it. So we're gonna hope that it's just in my room because I bought lunch with it, or not lunch, I bought breakfast with it this morning. So I definitely have it, I just don't know where. Pants I wore this morning, there is my bod card. While I'm here in my room, I'm gonna have these 2 plums and I'm gonna head back over. But what I was saying when I was over there is that I could either study in the Bodleian, the rad camp, or try to go to the Duke Humphreys, which is where the Harry Potter Forbidden section of the library was filmed, which would be super cool, but I know that they are very strict about what you can bring in there. So maybe I'll consolidate what I need and only bring like my laptop or something. I fit everything into my computer case. I already have my glasses on. So hopefully this is acceptable. And if the Duke Humphreys is full, then I'll just go to the regular Bodleian. Even though I couldn't get into the Duke Humphreys because I didn't have a coin to use for locker, and this bag apparently was too big, even though it just had my computer and books in it. But I did get work done. I was in just the regular section of the Bodleian, and it actually worked really well because I switched to a standing desk for the last hour. I was there for almost 3 hours. So I got a little bit of variety in my studying methods. I got a solid start on my essay. I think I have like 1,000 words right now, and the goal is anywhere from 1,500 to 2,000. So that is going well. And then I started my economics for next week, although those don't actually have to turn in, which is weird and new. And then I kind of worked on my logic. I'm a little stuck on that, but I'm gonna try to work on it more tonight. It's not due for another 2 days. The whole street was lined with trucks that had camera equipment and lighting and audio visual stuff. and they were also set up around the Sheldonian today. So I'm curious if they are filming something. I'm clearly back in my room. I need to turn in this paper to just the turn-in box within the next hour. But when I walk over there, I am also going to go heat up my milk because I had a milk curdle on me and now I'm afraid that this one is going to, so I'm trying to drink it as soon as possible. Like I opened it maybe like 3 days ago and it says consume within 3 days of opening, which I did not notice beforehand. But I've been refrigerating it, so I don't really know what the problem is. But I'm gonna pour this into my mug so I can have it microwaved while I'm walking over there. I'm not sure if it's okay to put the powder in the milk before microwaving, but I'm gonna do that anyways because by the time I walk back to my room, the milk will be cold. So, and I'd rather not carry like everything with me when I'm walking over. Since I studied for at least 3 hours today and I went to all my lectures, I am going to open a door in my advent calendar. It's my little reward for myself. And I think I'm on day 4. I got a rejuvenating frankincense cleanser. Ooh, I'm excited to use that. I'm going to add this to my little collection of other things I've gotten in my supplements and perfumes. But I'm gonna head to dinner in maybe like 10 minutes. I think tonight it's some kind of pasta bake, and sometimes they put a weird cheese on their pastas and then I don't eat it. So if it isn't great, then I'm just going to get the dessert and then have some cheese and crackers in my room because I have so much cheese and I'm not going to be able to finish it all before I break for term. It's just from like when my parents and I went to Costco, we bought a bunch of stuff and like there's just no way I'm going to finish it all. Food. I just got out of a church class. I left a little early because I have rowing early tomorrow morning. So I'm just headed back to college right now. This is the part of the day where I feel like I waste the most time just getting ready and winding down after everything. So I'm gonna try to speed run everything so that I can get to bed as fast as possible, or at least get in bed and reading a book as fast as possible so I'm not wasting my time. I'm actually doing really great on time tonight, so I'm just gonna set out my outfit for tomorrow's rowing. I have some Gymshark leggings, and then I have a base layer, which hopefully this will be warm, and then a sweatshirt for on top of that, and this hat so that my head doesn't freeze. And then I'm gonna walk down to the rowing with my puffer, and hopefully that will be warm enough. I'm not sure how cold it's gonna be, but it doesn't say that it will rain, so that's a good sign. I have a little bit of time before I need to go to bed, so I'm gonna read a book. I'm either gonna read some of my economics or this spy book that I barely started, as you can see the bookmark. I picked it up from the college library and it's kind of fun because it talks about different places in Oxford, like it takes place in Oxford, and it's very specific about, oh, he's walking down this street and walking past this different place or this library. So it's fun to be able to notice the different places in the book.